Welcome to the Juliet Pleasure Wand Self-Pleasure Guide. Firstly, congratulations on gifting yourself or receiving the gift of a Juliet Crystal Pleasure Wand. The aim of this guide is to give you some ideas and inspiration into how you can self-pleasure by yourself with your new crystal. So as a lot of you will know who have already purchased a Crystal Pleasure Wand from me, you will know that it comes in a box, and the best part of receiving it is that you get to unwrap your wand. A lot of people write to me saying how excited they feel and how turned on they feel even when they receive their wands. So I feel like the crystals do their job and work their magic long before they arrive in your hands. So you'll get your crystal and it will be in a box. Everything that the crystals are wrapped and packaged in are eco-friendly and recyclable. Inside the box, you will have a card with a handwritten note from me. And you will also have an instruction card that has instructions on how to cleanse your crystal, how to charge it in the sun, and how to wash it. I will also go into these instructions today on this video. So you'll then be able to unwrap your wand. Inside this one we have one of the best sellers, which is a rose quartz curved wand. So I'm going to unwrap this crystal and put it down here with the other ones that I have in front of me. So you'll notice that all of the crystals come packaged in a beautiful 100% linen bag that you can keep your wand in to keep it safe and clean. This is a rose quartz curved wand. If this is your first wand, this is the perfect pick. However, if this is a second or third, you can add it to your collection. So the first thing that I recommend you do before using your wand, and just a side note, I do understand that you may be feeling really excited to begin experimenting and connecting with your wand. But what I want you to do first is wash your wand and cleanse it and charge it. So how you do that is use some warm soapy water. Don't use boiling water. Boiling water can crack crystals. So use warm soapy water using a natural soap or an essential oil to gently wash your crystal. Once you've washed the crystal, I recommend placing it in the sunlight or the moonlight. Now, if you're using the sun, you could put it in under the sun for about an hour, natural sunlight. And what this will do is it will cleanse it and charge your wand with the energy of the sun. If you're using the moonlight or both, I recommend putting it under the new moon or the full moon. And so with the new moon, you can set intentions for what you want in the next cycle of the moon and the intention that you're going to infuse and you want the moon to infuse into your crystal. If you're doing it on the full moon, you can set an intention for what you want in the next cycle up to the next full moon. So sunlight, moonlight, and washing underwater. The other thing that you can do to cleanse your crystal is take it to the ocean or a saltwater lake that you live near. And what this will do is cleanse the wand again of any impurities of the energy of where it came from and bring it back to its purest form. So if you don't have the ocean or a saltwater lake near you, you can get some Epsom salts or some natural sea salt, and you can put it in water and cleanse the wand that way too. So now that you've cleansed, washed, and charged your crystal, I recommend connecting with your crystal and setting an intention. And what setting an intention means is thinking about what you want this wand to bring into your life, and in particular into each individual self-pleasure session. So an example of an intention would be, my intention is to connect deeper with my heart, or my intention is to have my first orgasm, or my intention is to clear old energy from a past relationship. So create your intention for your wand and set the intention by placing the wand in between your hands or placing it on your heart like so, and closing your eyes and feeling into that intention and setting the intention into the crystal. If you don't feel ready to self-pleasure as soon as you receive your wand, that is perfectly okay. You may not feel turned on, you may have just had a stressful day or have other stuff going on in your life. What I recommend you do is a lot of women sleep with their crystal. So especially if you're not sleeping with someone else, you can place the crystal under your pillow or somewhere in your bed, or fall asleep with it, holding it against your heart. Now, this may sound a little woo-woo and out there for some people watching this guide, but believe me, these crystals are really powerful, and so many women and men have reported that they actually have a better sleep when they have a crystal in the bed with them. So that's a powerful way for you to connect with your crystal before connecting with it sexually. Another thing that you can do, and what I always have is I place my crystal pleasure wand on the altar in my bedroom. An altar for me is a little space in the room where I place special items on, things that I want to manifest, and I create like a little altar that I honor each day, and on it has a crystal pleasure wand. So there's such a beautiful item that you can put them somewhere and admire them when you're not using them and not hide them away. The next step in a self-pleasure ritual would be to create a sacred space. Now, everybody has their own version of what a sacred space is. I recommend, and what I personally do, is I light some incense or I burn some essential oils. I light a candle always, even if it's the daytime, just to create that sacredness. I put on some music, turn the lights down, just create a space that feels safe for you to express yourself in and feels homely and like a little nest where you can feel at home so that you can self-pleasure, where you're not going to be interrupted. So create a beautiful sacred space before you begin self-pleasuring. Once you've created your sacred space, I recommend having some organic coconut oil on hand. You can purchase organic coconut oil in health food stores, in your local supermarket. You can purchase it online. The reason that I recommend organic coconut oil is that it's very safe to use with the pleasure wands, and it's also safe to use externally and internally in the body. And coconut oil is a beautiful oil to use for lube. It's wonderful if you want to massage your breasts and your body and your pussy or your cock. So get some coconut oil and begin before you even touch your wand. I recommend massaging your entire body. If you're a woman, really connecting with your breasts. This is your heart center, your breasts. So not just your center here, but around your breasts, and connecting in with the energy in your breasts. When we connect in with our heart center as women, it allows our pussy to open and soften like a flower. So connecting in with your heart center. And then connecting in with your womb as a woman, connecting in with the energy in your womb. And then your legs, your arms, noticing what feels good. We often in our culture are encouraged to just go straight to our pussy or our cock for men and just go for it with masturbation and get off. That's not what the Juliet Pleasure Wand is about. It's about encouraging you to explore your entire body and not just using the wand. So start with coconut oil, start massaging your body, massaging your pussy, and then when you're ready, you can pick up the wand. Now, a word of caution, these crystals, like any other crystal, are very fragile. So be careful not to drop them on a floor or drop them onto a hard surface. You really need to treat them with care and love. So pick up your crystal, make sure your hands aren't too slippery from the oil, and begin just holding your crystal to your heart. And remember that just like anything that you would insert inside of you, you want to wait until you're ready. So don't feel pressure to just shove the wand inside of you and get to it. I recommend that you ask your pussy or your yoni, however you'd like to call it, Are you ready? Are you ready for me to enter you? You can begin by rubbing it on your clitoris, on the outside of your labia, on your ass, whatever feels good for you. That's how I encourage you to trust in your intuition and where your body takes you in this self-pleasure journey. And something big that I want to talk about is just taking the goal of orgasm out of the entire ritual. So try not to enter into a self-pleasure ritual with the goal of just having an orgasm. Enter into it with a bigger intention and enter into it with self-connection and self-love in mind. And ultimately, think of it as making love to yourself how you would like someone else to make love to you. So take the goal out, wait for when you're ready, and then you can rub it on your clitoris, rub it on the outside of your pussy. And while you're doing that, remembering to breathe, allow your breath to move. The breath is very powerful in encouraging your sexual energy to flow through your body. So using breath, sound, and movement. So allowing sound to come out on your exhale, breathing in and then out, allowing the sound to flow and allowing your body to move how it wants to move. You may not want to be laying on your mat. You may be self-pleasuring on all fours or squatting, whatever feels good for you. Just trust in your body. Your body knows the way. Your body has a lot of wisdom in it. Aim to concentrate and focus and be present with your breath and allow your body to guide you in this ritual. So now that you have the breath, sound, and movement guiding you, I recommend touching your clitoris or touching the outside of your pussy, and then when you're ready, entering the wand into your pussy. Now there are different types of wands. We have the straight rose quartz wand, the straight clear quartz wand, and then we have the black obsidian curved wand and the rose quartz curved wand. There is another guide on how to choose the best pleasure wand for you, and I recommend you watch that guide before purchasing if you haven't already. So either way, you're going to insert whichever end of the wand you want to insert. Some people, and most people with the curved, will insert this end of the curved wand inside of them. However, you can insert this end too. And with this design, you can choose whether you want to insert the thicker end or the thinner end. And of course, with the thinner end, if you're inserting that in, it does come out to a thicker part of the wand. So it's just experiment, be curious, see what feels good, what doesn't feel good. And then once it's inside you, it's just up to you to feel into what's right for you, feel into the parts of yourself that you want to apply more pressure with the wand. And be gentle if this is your first time, and listen to your body and notice how the crystal activates your sexual energy and perhaps even activates emotions. So because these are 100% natural and sourced from Mother Earth, the crystals are super powerful and have a lot of energy in them. And each crystal has different energies. So you will find that these wands can bring up old emotions or can bring up ecstasy, can bring up different types of orgasmic energy in your body. They're very powerful, and I recommend that you embrace all the emotions that come and all the ecstasy that you feel and enjoy. So remember to embrace all of the emotion that flows, all of the ecstasy that flows, the different types of orgasm. Embrace it all, be really curious. Thank you so much for tuning in to this self-pleasure guide today. I really hope and wish for you that you experience so much ecstasy and pleasure with your Juliet pleasure wand. And I encourage you to go and watch the other videos that I have created, which is a guide for couples and also a guide for how to choose the best crystal for you. And I encourage you to head to my website to find out more.